Why should Christians, Muslims, Jews, and all people of faith walk to places of worship to save the environment? In today's world, where climate change and environmental degradation are urgent crises, people of faith are uniquely positioned to take action. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism share a common belief in the sacredness of creation and the responsibility of humanity to care for the earth. For instance, in Assisi, Italy, home of Saint Francis, the patron saint of ecology, Franciscan monks have committed to walking to their local churches as an act of faith and environmental stewardship, reducing their reliance on cars. Walking to places of worship is a simple, practical step that believers from all traditions can take to reduce their environmental impact while deepening their spiritual connection with the world around them. By choosing to walk instead of driving, individuals like the monks in Assisi can demonstrate their commitment to environmental stewardship, align their actions with their faith, and contribute to the preservation of God's creation. The concept of stewardship is central to the teachings of the Abrahamic faiths. In Christianity, the Bible emphasizes the idea that the earth belongs to God and that humans are entrusted with its care. For example, in the town of Christiansburg, Virginia, members of St. Peter's Anglican Church organize monthly creation walks, where congregants walk together to Sunday services, reflecting on Psalm 24:1, which says, "The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it." Walking to church is their way of acknowledging that the environment is not simply a resource for human consumption, but a divine gift that must be respected and protected. These walks serve as both a symbolic and practical act of stewardship, reminding the congregation that they are caretakers of the earth and that their actions have lasting consequences. Islam also teaches that the earth and its resources are a trust from God. In Birmingham, UK, members of the Green Lane Masjid have started a Walk to Jummah campaign, encouraging worshippers to walk to Friday prayers as a way to reduce their carbon footprint and embody the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. One of his sayings reads, "Do not waste water, even if you perform your ablution on the banks of an abundantly flowing river." By choosing to walk rather than drive, Muslims in Birmingham are putting these teachings into action, reducing emissions and conserving resources. As Prophet Muhammad also said, "The world is green and beautiful, and Allah has appointed you as His stewards over it." This initiative has grown, with other mosques across the UK adopting similar practices, showcasing how faith communities can take practical steps to protect the planet. Judaism too places a strong emphasis on caring for the earth. In New York City, congregants of the Jewish Community Project in Tribeca walk to synagogue as part of their commitment to environmental sustainability. They draw inspiration from the Torah's command, "You shall not destroy trees by swinging an axe against them, for you may eat from them, and you shall not cut them down." Deuteronomy 20:19. This teaching reflects the Jewish value of Bal Tashchit, or the prohibition against needless destruction. By walking to their synagogue, the members of this community embody a modern application of this ancient principle, showing a commitment to reducing their environmental impact in one of the busiest, most congested cities in the world. While walking to worship reduces pollution and contributes to a healthier environment, it also deepens the spiritual practice of believers. In San Francisco, the members of Grace Cathedral participate in an annual Walk for Creation, where they reflect on the beauty of their surroundings during a collective walk to their Sunday service. As Pope Francis writes, "Human beings are not the owners of creation but its stewards, called to care for the environment with love and responsibility." Walking becomes a form of prayer for the participants, offering a physical act that aligns with the spiritual values of simplicity, humility, and respect for God's creation. This tradition not only enhances their connection to the natural world, but also serves as a public witness to the importance of environmental care. Furthermore, walking to places of worship aligns with the call to live more simply and to consume fewer resources. In Nairobi, Kenya, the Green Anglican Movement promotes walking to church as part of its broader campaign for environmental conservation. This group, inspired by Pope Benedict XVI's call to care for creation, believes that the environment is God's gift to everyone, and in our use of it, we have a responsibility towards the poor, towards future generations, and towards humanity as a whole. The decision to walk rather than drive is a small but meaningful way to embrace simplicity, reduce personal consumption, and honor the divine gift of creation. The Green Anglican movement teaches that this act of simplicity also resonates with the broader religious imperative to care for the vulnerable, as the poor are often the most affected by environmental harm. The environmental crisis is not just a scientific or political issue, it is also a moral and spiritual one. In Istanbul, Turkey, Patriarch Bartholomew I, the ecumenical patriarch of Constantinople, has championed environmental causes for years. He states, "We have a moral obligation to take care of the earth and ensure that it is sustainable for future generations." In his community, walking to worship is encouraged as a way to lead by example, demonstrating a commitment to sustainability and environmental justice. Faith communities in Istanbul, inspired by Bartholomew's teachings, have taken up the call to protect the earth through simple actions, proving that even small personal sacrifices like walking to church can contribute to a larger environmental cause. In conclusion, walking to church, mosque, synagogue, or any place of worship is an act of faith and environmental responsibility. In Fairborn, Wales, where rising sea levels threaten the local community, the people of St. Mary's Church have embraced walking as part of their mission to live sustainably. They believe in the words of the Pope Francis, "The earth is our common home, and we must strive to keep it a home where everyone can live today and tomorrow." Walking to worship in this coastal village is a way to honor this divine ownership and take tangible steps toward healing the environment. Across the globe, whether in small towns or large cities, faith communities are discovering that walking to worship is a step toward both spiritual growth and environmental preservation, a step that aligns with the teachings of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. In the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, "We are in the process of destroying our planet, and with it, the very basis of our life. We need to rediscover the sacred nature of creation." Walking to worship is a step in this rediscovery, a step towards saving the earth. The question remains, will you walk to your place of worship? Please pray the following prayer.